Hello everyone, how you doing? Good day wherever you are in the world, be morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to Connecting the Mind and Soul, and I'm your host Jumoke Ogunsuada. And today I'm going to be talking about after the silence. Now, before I dwell into that topic, I would like to quickly read a story, then we'll move from there. And it goes, I am getting married to my second wife this weekend, and my first wife has known about it for 3 months, and she's never complained. And last week, she told me she'll be traveling to a friend's wedding and will be back a day before mine. But today she called me and dropped a bombshell. She's in UK with our 2 kids. She said she has enjoyed enough in quotes, and just wants the new space for my new wife to enjoy. Now, the painful part, she knows I don't have enough money and my new wife is jobless. My first wife has always been the one supporting the families financially, and now she's gone. She's left with the car and she's planning to send me out of our house because the house actually belongs to her. And I've spent everything I have on this wedding, and now I'm left with nothing. No house, no car, no support. Why would she do this after not complaining when I told her about taking a second wife? And where do I even start my life from now? As much as I am eager to talk about this man, I don't want to give him the honors. I don't want to talk about him. I just want to focus on the first wife. Now, what most people do not understand is silence speaks louder in most cases. And when you keep doing something and for someone that you know reacts rationally before to things that you do wrong, or to certain things, and all of a sudden they just keep silent, all of a sudden they don't react like they used to, they don't do certain things like they normally do, you should understand that in most cases, at least 95% cases, they are done with you. They're just with you physically and not more with you emotionally. When a woman or a man stops, complaining, stops reacting to certain things, stops talking about necessary things, then you should know they are at the brim. Now, for that woman, I don't believe it's him having a second wife that made her, so crazy, at him. I believe she was already done before him announcing taking a second wife. I felt that was just the last straw, like person we had to manage. Do you understand? And she just didn't have that feelings there anymore. Like, okay, I don't need to fight. I don't need to shout. I think people take the silence for granted. When you start to observe, when you start to see the silence, if you still need that relationship, if you still need that partner, I think it is better you start to retrace your steps and make sure you start to resolve every unresolved conflicts that you have in that relationship. Because the moment you start to get the I don't care attitude, and it's not coming from, a on and off, like it's something that is there, that is continuous. The I don't care attitude, like when you call, when you're there. That person is just there physically. It's not more there emotionally. So it's just going to be one little thing you will do that will just be the last straw. And I think this happens to a lot of people who tries to win every conversation, every argument without resolving it. And once they feel they've won the argument or they've won the disagreement, they just they celebrate instead of trying to resolve the conflicts. They try to win it and they rejoice like, oh, like they already have the upper hand. They already know how to be in charge and be in control of their partner. If you feel you're in charge or in control of your partner, no, they are letting you be in charge. You can't be in charge and control of someone willingly. They're either indulging you in that act or they don't know better. But the moment they do, that's game over. And the moment they say, okay, I'm not indulging you in all this again, it's still game over. So for this woman, I think the man was just full of ego. Maybe he felt the woman would never leave. Maybe he felt he was always in charge and in control of her. And he felt, she was predictable. Or maybe, she just can't leave me. She just can't. And I think that is where we get it all wrong. And it comes as, a shocker. They call this kind of people narcissistic men. Sorry, I'm laughing because I just, the story just came back again. The second wife is jobless. You don't have enough money. So you were actually planning to live on your first wife with your new wife, and you expect her to stay, and you will stay. I don't know if you're planning to stay in our house using a car, but today's story is not about you. It's about her. All right, then. So that is it about after the silence. Please let us be cautious. When you see your partner going silent, then you should know that there are too many unresolved issues you need to start, resolving one by one before it gets out of hand. But now I'm not talking about those that uses silent treatment to avoid issues. No, I'm not talking about that. Very soon I'm going to be talking about silent treatment anyways. But I'm just talking about people who are just fed up, like who just don't care anymore and they just go silent. So until next week when I come your way again, although I promised you part 2 of the love, but this just came and it was just so funny to me, and I just decided to talk about this. But I'll be dropping the part 2 of love very soon. So thank you so much for listening, and please do not forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms. On Facebook, it is CMS with Jumoke, and on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, it is CMS_with Jumoke. And stay shining, stay beautiful. And I really want to say big thank you to V Radio for partnering with me on this. You can also do well to follow them. On Facebook, it is at V Radio Media. On Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, it is at V Radio. Stay blessed and stay shining. Bye.